Okay, so let's see how we can manipulate ARP table. So on front of your screen, you have a simple topology that made up of 3 computers and a switch in between. And there's another LAN called LAN B, which is connected between with router, but we'll concentrate much on a single LAN, which is called LAN A. And this LAN A, we're gonna see how we can manipulate ARP table or what is called address resolutions protocol tables. So what is ARP tables? Basically, this table is populated when the computer needs to translate its own IP address to MAC address. So this table is basically formed when one PC tries to get MAC address of another PC. So as you can see here, we have 3 PC, but 2 PC which are in sales department. PC1 needs to get MAC address from PC2, which having the IP address which is 192.168.0.2. So by knowing the IP address of PC2, PC1 can resolve the IP address to MAC address using the ARP protocol. So what does is the ARP will send the broadcast packets to all of the PC connected to a switch to ask by asking who is the owner of this IP address. So any PC that is belong to that IP address will answer or will reply that ARP broadcast packet by ARP unicast packets while attaching the MAC address of its own. So as you can see here, now we can see this process in this simple network here. So you can see here in the switch A is connected. It has 3 connections, but when the switch is new, all interface belong to VLAN 1. So let's see how we can see this in lab environment. So let's say here we have our own consoles, a beautiful console here. So when you have a lead equipment, what you should do is you should connect or you should log into a device. You should log into a device using the console cable. So if you have maybe a new switch from the factories, when you see on the top of the switch or front or back of the switch, you will see this console port here. This console port is the interface that will connect you into the switch for the configurations when the switch is new. But when the switch is already commissioned, you can access it using the remote access or remote sessions, example as telnet. Also we have SSH and so on. So because this is we are considering this switch is new, so we are going to use console cable right here. So for myself, because I'm doing it in lab environment, so I'm going to open it direct to the console, as you can see here. So when you open the switch, you will see it come up with this kind of brackets. It says that this is switch A. This is the system name of the switch. So in this view, we call it a user view. In this view, you will not be able to configure anything, but this view, it has just a little privilege which you can enable you to see some statistics, to show some configurations, to extend to a login to a remote devices, some stuff. But any changes should be done like here. So okay, because we are going to see how ALP is working, and first of all, let's see how this switch is connected to this PC here. As you can see, we have 3 PCs: a PC1, PC2, and a PC5. So let's see how this PC is connected. You can start by displaying interface brief. And the interface brief, we see we have 4 ports connected. We have port 1, which is our physical and the protocol, 2 gigahertz Ethernet 2, 3, and 4, which are up. As you can see here, 1 is connected to PC1, 2 is connected to PC2, 3 is connected to PC5, and 004 is connected to R1. So here, So what we're expecting is, because this switch is new, it has a VLAN which is default, which is VLAN I. So we can display VLAN. See, there is one VLAN which is default, and all of the interface are all interfaces are binded to this VLAN one. As you can see here, the encapsulation is untagged. That means this port, this VLAN is access to all of these ports. So by doing that, so when I'm trying to check the ARP table of these VLANs, I'm expecting to get the MAC address of all of the PCs that is connected. So you can start by say display MAC address, dynamic VLAN 1. And when you spray this, the display MAC address VLAN 1, I'm expecting to get the MAC address of the PCs that is connected. But for this case, you can see there is no any IP or any MAC address in this table. So what should you do is to initiate the communications between the two PCs, so that the router can record all the MAC address that is coming and going outside the switch. So you see here how the ARP table is formulated. Here you see when the PC1 communicates to PC2, PC1 will send the ARP packets, or will send the ping packets to PC2. So when the switch A receive a packet from PC1, it will record the MAC address, the source MAC address table of the packets. So you can see here the MAC address of the PC1 is 53. As you can see here. So the switch will record this MAC address in its own ARP table, and also bind with the interface that packet came in. So also the switch, because it has a behavior of broadcasting all the packets to all other interface except the port that the framework came in, then the packet will be sent to PC5, PC, LIAR1, and the PC2. So the packet, when reached to PC2, the PC2 will recognize that the IP address that is binded on the frame, or that is binded on the data, and the MAC address, destination MAC address that is binded on the data is the same. So the packet will be accepted here. So for it to acknowledge to PC1 that I am belong to that IP address, so receive this MAC address of mine. So PC2 will send the MAC address of PC2 to PC1 as the acknowledgement of the ARP sent packet from PC1. So when the switch A receive the same MAC address, that is the same packet, receive the packet from PC2, then switch A then will code the source MAC address of the packets. So, and we'll populate the table by also binding and tagging the interface that is coming. So from there, the process will take a long. So if there is more connections, the same process will be done in the single LAN until the MAC address table or the ARP table is formulated. So for here, because we have seen that there is no entry in this MAC address table, so what we should do is going to one of the PC and try to ping the other, so that we initiate the process. We initiate the ARP process. So go to the one of the PC, check the configurations of the PC. You can see here we have this IP address and the MAC address over here. There is no default gateway because it's connected to a single switch. Also go to the second PC, go to settings, see the IP address, which is the second IP address of this network, and the second and the same the subnet mask. So here we find, because these two PC are in the same network, so we can ping. And here you see all interface of this switch is binded to VLAN 1. So I'm using the default VLAN to show that we have this ARP table. So the ARP table will help you to know who is connected to which port and who is connected to which interface. So from that way, you can go to command and start ping. Go command and then ping the second interface, which is 60/2.2. You see now here we are receiving the reply. So when you're receiving the reply, that means the ARP packet will be sent to the PC2 for the address resolution. So when you go to switch and then try to open it, then run the same command that you wrote previously. Then you see now we have the MAC address table, the MAC address entry. So it says that the 53DA is connected to this interface, and the 69CA is connected to interface 002, and they've learned via dynamic protocols. So you see here, 53DA is connected